Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is Thursday, March 27th. This is finally the day of my big trip to Paris. I just left out of the house. I have my suitcase, carry-on bag with me, and I have a couple errands I need to do really quick. Got one more return to make at Ulta. I'm returning I don't know if you saw the last video or last couple of videos. I was doing a lot of returns and different stores, and it got crazy. That was an interesting notification that just came up. Yeah. I thought I could have swore the notification said that my luggage tag was being left. Now, I should have my luggage tag in the car. That was the whole point. My air tag. But we shall see. I'll pull over shortly and determine if I have it or not. I mean, if I don't have it, I remember this morning. I repacked it so that I would have it because I need it. Although I'm planning on doing carry-on only, but we will see. I'm trying not to get my makeup on this jacket. So yeah, ready to go. I got everything. I think I have like a fanny pack, not like those old-fashioned ones, but a fanny pack on my person, under my clothing, kind of. I mean, I got a couple layers on, so but yeah, I have a fanny pack on, and in the fanny pack I have my passport, I have my global access card, I have my global access card. What was I just saying? Wait a minute. Okay. I have my passport, my global access card. I have some U.S. cash because we have to pay the driver, and I'm going to the bank right now because I want to get some more cash, U.S. cash. But I have some euros, European cash on my person, and I have a credit card on my person. And then in my bag that I will be, my bag that will be like it's a crossbody. I also have the same stuff. You know what I mean? I have the same stuff. I have some U.S. cash, euros, and then I have a couple credit cards, and the rest of my credit cards. And then I have, you're probably wondering, why are you taking so many credit cards instead of just using one? But, I don't know. Just used to having, not that I only have 3, right? No, I have 3 regular credit cards, and I have a debit card. So I'm bringing that debit card. I don't know. I'm sure after this trip, I'll be much more, savvy with international travel and knowing what to bring, what not to bring. Like, you don't need that. Did make a copy of my passport and my global access card, which, Passport is the most important thing. And I have the copy. Where do I have the copy? I think I have it in my fanny pack. And I have a copy in my suitcase. Anyway, hang on. Okay, so I stopped and got something to eat at Wawa because I realized that I had an omelet this morning. But that was this morning. It's now 2 o'clock and I haven't had anything else. So I got, what's going on with the lighting? So I just grabbed a wrap, and then I got a couple snacks from Wawa. Even though I had some snacks, I brought some fruit, and yeah, I had some fruit, and then I just grabbed some peanuts from Wawa as my snacks. So yeah, I'm actually headed to Ulta. I was gonna go to the Ulta by me, but I realized she lives actually further from me than I realized. What is that shining light like coming down? It's almost like I don't know if that's my I don't know what that is. It almost looks like a rainbow. Anyway, so yeah, she does live further from me than I realized. She actually lives close to my job, which is, she's like 42 minutes away from me. So I'm headed that way now. There's an Ulta up there. I'm gonna stop at that Ulta and make my return, and then head to her. Yeah, there's like rays of light, like sun rays. Anyway, I probably should have left earlier. I did want to stop at the bank. There is a bank on that road that I need to go to. So, yeah, I'm on my way. I think I have everything. I hope I have everything, because I am now away from the house. Ooh, what are you doing? What the heck was that? A huge, one of those trucks that carries cars is in front of me. So he goes like he's making a turn, a left-hand turn. So then, and we're on a road that there's one lane each way. So he goes like he's turning, and he gets into the next lane to turn, and then he comes back. So he obviously, he made a mistake. But I'm like, I don't know that you made a mistake. Like, that's a big truck to be making that kind of a mistake. Anyway, yeah, so I did want to stop at the bank on my way, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not like, and I still have time. All right, I'm not going nowhere until he fully turns. He was gonna have me say a curse word. Yeah, but I'm not sure. It looks like the light is coming from, I don't know. But I'm excited. This day has finally gotten here, that I've been planning for the last 9 months. And we're here. So, anyway, let me focus on where I'm going. Because I don't really have a whole lot of wiggle room if I go the wrong way. So let me do that and I'll be back. Okay, so I just made my return to Ulta real quick, and now I'm headed to her house. And yeah, I returned the lashes that I got yesterday. I don't even know if I mentioned that in the video. I got some lashes to put on. Actually, purchased the lashes, and then I made a lash appointment for them to put them on for me. It's like $10 more. That was supposed to be this morning at 10 o'clock. But honestly, I didn't think it through all the way. You know, just packing, and I thought like I had all my stuff, you know, but I just hadn't put it in the suitcase. So then once I started putting everything in the suitcase this morning, like I needed to really, you know, organize it. Like not just throw it in a suitcase and let's go, you know, but organize it. And there was a couple things I like, they, you know, they were brand new, and there was one thing in particular. There was a shirt that I got from Old Navy, and you know, like most of my clothes I try to wash, if at all possible. I try to wash before I wear them, like just, you know, because, you know, people have tried them on, and you know, like all of that. And also sometimes things, you know, like it fits better once you wash it, and it just, you know, if it's stiff or something, it just fits better. So there was this shirt I got from Old Navy, and I, you know, washed it. I threw it in the washing machine. And so when it came out, of course, it was not wrinkled, but it just, like, it was crispy when I bought it, and I should have left it alone and just wore it like that. But when I got it out of the, you know, out of the dryer, it had, like, again, not wrinkles, but just like, it wasn't crispy. It wasn't crispy, like, it wasn't crispy. It's the only thing I can think to describe it. And so I was like, okay, I don't have an iron. I have a steamer. So I said, okay. And to me, steamer's better. So I pulled out my handy dandy steamer. Even though I haven't steamed anything in ages, I usually pull my stuff out of the dryer and put it on the hanger. And it usually, 9 times out of 10, it's good to go. Well, this shirt was not. So I, you know, attempted to steam it. Now, the first thing is, I haven't used a steamer in forever, so I wasn't sure. It took me a while to figure out how to get the steam to come out. So that prolonged my whole packing this morning. Once I figured it out, steam is coming out pretty good, but the shirt is just still, it's not getting that crispy look that it had before I washed it. And I'm like, oh my God. Because that was the whole look of the shirt. It doesn't have that look anymore. Like, not so much. So then I went through my closet and I was like, what can I replace it with? I mean, it was a It was a shirt, like kind of like a men's looking shirt, like a boxy shirt that I would wear out. I wouldn't tuck it in, I would wear it out. And there was a cute little, almost like a wife beater in the same color that, you know, went with it. So I bought both of them. And so, and I was just gonna wear it with some jeans. But I thought it was cute when I tried it on. Like, I thought it would be cute one day when we go to the museum or something, you know, with some sneakers, whatever. Well, anyway, it just doesn't have that same look now that it's been washed. So, of course, I threw it in the suitcase because I didn't have any other. There was nothing really in my closet. Because most of my clothes are more work. So they're a little more formal. Anyway, I threw it in my suitcase. I said, you know what? We going shopping when we first get there. So if it's just not appropriate, I'll buy something else. You know, it's not that serious. But I was disappointed that it didn't have that crispy. It really probably with an iron, you know, I would have needed some starch and an iron, and I could have got it to where it needed to be. But I didn't have all of that. I had an iron for sure. And I didn't have any starch. Anyway, that was, you know, one little issue that came up. And then the other issue was just, do I have enough clothes? Because I basically have one outfit a day. And you know, I always pack a couple extra outfits just in case. Just in case you change your mind about, you know, what you want to wear. But not this time. So we gonna see. We gonna see. I really would like to use the restroom before I get to her house. I think she's near a ShopRite. Yeah, I'll run to ShopRite and go to the restroom. Ooh, and maybe I can purchase something and get some cash. Or if there's an ATM. I can get some cash. Yeah. Because that was the other thing I wanted to do that I didn't get a chance to do. Because I was fooling around with the steamer. But, and the other thing I wanted to do is just make sure my place was tidy. You know, nobody ever wants to leave home and leave your place unkept. You know, God forbid. Yeah. So I needed to tidy up the place, and that took time. That took longer than I anticipated. I guess it hasn't been tidy in a minute. So, wow, I had no idea she lived in this direction, because I would have planned this earlier. I would have gave myself an hour to get to her, but she never gave me her address until, I texted her not too long ago, and I was like, yo, what's your address? And I know she's working remote today, so maybe she just forgot, and she wasn't thinking about that. But I'm like, she lives close to my job, which is a ways away from me. And thank God it's 2:30 in the afternoon, and it's still traffic on this road that I take to work in the middle of the day. But clearly, it would have been far worse if it were, rush hour traffic. And that's why when she was saying she wanted to leave for the airport at 4 o'clock, I was like, nah. And I always go early, because you never know what could happen. Anyway, I was gonna say I'm almost there. I'm not almost there. I'm not sure why my screen today is looking so. Did I not clean my? Is that better? No, I have this big bus next to me. Yeah, so anyway, I will check in with you a little bit later.